Oh,
Sorry, Box. The fact that you're doing this, Fred, would seem to bode well for you returning to the field on Friday. Is that the case?
Yes, sir. That's definitely the case. I went to practice like a couple days last week, and it was decided that I should stay it last weekend and get extra rehab going into this week.
how difficult has it been for you just not being able to get out there with the guys?
It takes a toll mentally. Like, I mean, I'm out there, rehabbing, running around on the opposite field, not dressed, and seeing guys hitting, competing every day. It just sucks watching from the sideline as, everybody's getting better and stuff. And, it takes a toll on you. Like, honestly, it does.
So to that point, how have they helped you keep your head up?
I mean, I'm doing what I got to do to get back to the team, get back on the field, as quickly as possible. So, guys not really like, they like, okay, Fred, we see what you're doing. Like, just keep, attacking rehab and being like, handling your business as a professional athlete. And when you come back, just be ready to go. So, I mean, it's really like they just been really up, keeping positive vibes.
Hey, Fred, how you doing? Have you, what's the transition been like to Pollack?
What transition? I mean, Pollack.
What's his, tell me about his techniques and how they've.
Techniques are way better than any techniques I've been taught here. Last year, techniques was really an eye-opener when Pollack came in and discussed how he wants things done and how he wants things, applied to the game. Like take things from practice to the game, take things from meeting room to practice, and just everything comes back full circle. So, I mean, you might be doing a drill in practice like, oh, this can't possibly help me. And then you end up doing it in a game. So I feel like his techniques have very much helped this offensive line.
Is there anything specific that he's helped you with?
I guess he really taught me how to like play with length, like use my arm length to my advantage as far as like pass pro and run blocking and stuff. Very much so helped me in my pass protections.
How much better a football player do you think you are employing the techniques that Frank's talking about? How excited are you to get back to work and show how much better you are?
I mean, I was excited last week. I was in for a couple plays in team, and like I used a move on Joseph Asai and Hodge, and like just applying his techniques made me feel way more comfortable and way more confident in my pass pro sets, just with the little team reps I had last week. So, I mean, I feel like I'm like at least 40, 50% better football player now than I was last year.
Michael Jordan used the term nasty when describing the offensive line unit. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that assessment. I mean, you look at the game last week, and I mean, we was running the ball. Everybody, like, it was bodies on the ground. It was a nasty attitude. I think a lot of us adapted into the Pollack way. I could just tell from the game film and just watching the game on TV. I was noticing little sparks here and there, and it's just going to keep getting better, keep progressive from here.
What do you think of Osai?
Who?
Osai. You mentioned you've been working with, against Osai. What do you think of him?
He's an up and coming rookie. I think he's like flashed many times during camp, and you've seen it last preseason game with him sacking Brady on the twist stunt, him and Trey Henderson getting there, and I really think he's improving every day, and he's attacking his craft, and I think he's only gonna get better.
You've played some guard over the last few seasons. With this coaching staff, was there determination that you were just going on tackle this year, or have you kept working at guard even sometimes?
I mean, you got to be versatile in every league, but I think I've been told I'm just a tackle. I haven't been taking guard reps as far as OTAs and now, but that's not hinting at the possibility that I could probably be moved there at some point moving forward. Get reps in. Just still trying to stack chips.
Fred, how has the addition of Riley Reef helped the offensive line room?
Riley brings in a certain aspect of, he's a savvy vet. He's a guy that, done everything in this league that he possibly could. He's been in the league 10 years, and he's been established. He's been well-known, and he brings a type of certain, viewpoint when it comes to the offensive line room. Do everything he's supposed to do, and he leads by example. He's one of the first guys in the building. I mean, when I was doing rehab, I was trying to beat him in the building, and he was here at least 15, 20 minutes before I even got here, and I live right by the stadium. So, I mean, he definitely like leads by example and leads like as a silent leader, like a silent assassin. He just comes to work every day, you know, doing drills, giving looks. He's one of the first guys that jumps up and runs to, you know, be that guy that, you know, doesn't have to be told 2-3 times to do something. And, you know, it just makes you want to follow suit.
This stage,
What time were you? What time were you getting there, Fred?
Huh?
Sorry about that. What time were you getting there?
I mean, I tried to get there. I tried to get here one day at least like 6:30. That's just because I woke up early. And I got here like 6:40. And he literally, I think he was here for at least 20 minutes. I'll be honest with you.
Fred, at this stage of your career, what do you do best? What do you need to work on most?
I mean, I just need to work on being, you know, just being healthy, being available. And I think this stage of my career, I'm trying to improve on every aspect. I mean, last year I felt like I was run blocking pretty well, and I've slimmed down a couple pounds. So now I feel like I can get back into being the mobile, you know, athlete that I once was, and get back grooving and moving. I feel like one of the things I could improve on is every play consistency. That's one of the big things that I've been trying to work on as far as, you know, this OTAs and this training camp came around. Every play, give everything I have, and then worry about the next down when that comes up.
What do you weigh now, and how did you do it?
I was 345 today. At the practice, I'll probably be like 339. That's what a lot. Actually, I weighed like 354, like for the majority of the season. And this year I got down to 339. My weight fluctuates like between weekend and not. And like I didn't play in a game on Saturday, so
Right.
kind of went up from eating. But I think my weight loss, just attacking like, you know, nutrition and daily dieting. I don't eat after a certain time. I do not eat after 8 o'clock at night. That's just one of my big things. Like, don't eat when the sun's down, and like just watch what I eat in the morning and lunchtime, and try to have like at the practice, try to have a good balance of meals, and not just try to pig out on anything that just looks like it tastes good. So
You can tell the difference?
yeah, I can definitely tell a difference. I feel like I'm way quicker on my feet, and I'm way more agile as far as like, you know, running outside zone and being able to get up on backers and pull around the corner. So I'm just excited to get it back on the field.
Fred, you must have a special appreciation of what Jonah did on the Jamar screen, I believe it was first.
Oh yeah, I
quarter.
was hyped up in my living room. I was definitely hyped up. I seen it. That's the only thing I was looking at too. I just seen Jonah pull, and like, you know, it's been harped on like get out and, you know, dump the cornerback, and Jonah did it, and Jamar cut up. It was a good play. Only able to go up from there.
Thank you.
We're talking about the weight stuff. Was that stuff that was on your radar, you know, a couple of years ago at all, about, you know, staying away from food and things like that? Or is that something that's really, really new for you?
I mean, it's not really new. I mean, at college I had to gain weight. So, I mean, you know, gaining weight wasn't really hard. It was kind of like, okay, I could just keep gaining weight. But in college, your work, like, what are you doing day to day is way more than what you're doing in the pro league. Like, in college, I promise we probably was working out every day, even days we had practice. And now it's just like we get so much time off that I think last year, like even with COVID coming around and stuff, I think my kind of mindset was like, okay, I could just work it off sooner, like later than sooner. And it kind of got behind the 8 ball. And now it's just something like, okay, I'm just on top of, like, you know, some days I eat like, you know, turkey burgers, or like some days after practice I'd be like, oh, let me just get a little salad and just try to get back on the right train, and, you know, trying to stay hydrated and stuff for practices. It's just, you know, all little tidbits into like being a professional athlete.
Is there any one thing you had to stay away from? Like with DJ Reader, he said he had to stay away from, you know, cereals.
Oh, I think the major thing I had to stay away from was sweets, and particularly double stuffed Oreos. Those are my like my kryptonites, like double stuffed Oreos, the golden or the regular kind. No crazy flavors, no red velvet cake. Nothing. It's just the regular two, and it got to be double stuffed, like the party pack or the family size.
So when's the last time you had one?
I don't even know. I don't even remember the last time I had an Oreo. I can't even lie to you. I don't even remember the last time I ate Oreos or like binged eated Oreos. It was probably like January. Probably like January, I think it was.
Good for you. Jeez.
So are you setting like a goal or something to where if you reach this milestone, you're going to allow yourself some double stuffed Oreos?
If I get down to 3, like by the end of camp, if I get down to 3:30 or 3:35, I will enjoy a very quick row of double stuffed Oreos. And it will be very fast that they get devoured.
So that means right now you're stiff arming them like Joe Mixon right now.
Huh?
If you see the Oreo, those stuffed Oreos now, you're stiff arming them like Joe Mixon.
I'm trying to hurdle them. I'm not trying to lick at them. I'm not trying to become in their presence.
Hey, Fred, you mentioned getting a quick rep against Darius Hodge last week, a guy that really opened up some eyes.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you go against him before you got hurt, and what have your impressions of him been?
I mean, I didn't really I got hurt the 3rd day of camp. I don't really think we went against each other like often, but I mean, just watching him in film and stuff, he's getting better every day. You know, he asking questions, even asking questions to our O-line coach, like what he sees and stuff like that. And I kind of knew he was going to flash a little bit, you know, just from his upward trend in camp. I feel like he's going to keep, you know, progressing. Like I said, all the rookies, DNs and stuff, and like D tackles, I feel like they haven't really hit their rookie wall yet. You know, trying to progress, trying to get better. And he got a lot of reps Saturday, and he showed a lot what he can do. And you just keep improving on that. I feel like he'll be a good player for us.
Fred, what was the vibe like among the offensive line after that Washington game last year, and kind of how much of an impact did that have on the unit as y'all finished the season and then went into the offseason?
After the Washington game last year, I mean, come on now. Your offensive line, your quarterback, your franchise quarterback gets hurt. I think the only mindset you can have is we can't allow this to happen again. I mean, it's as simple as that. You're supposed to protect the quarterback at all costs, and when something like that happens, it makes the whole room feel shitty. I mean, lack of a better term, it makes everybody feels like, you know, sad and like kind of upset that maybe each person could have did something a little better. And this year, I think our mindset is, you know, protect everybody at all costs, running backs, receivers, run to the ball, help everybody up, don't let nobody get bullied and, you know, get swarmed by defensive players or opposite colors and stuff. And just keep improving and, you know, attack each play.
Is there a rep that comes to mind where you say, you know, that mentality that y'all have of kind of that flip has really came into play in training camp, where all that stuff you just talked about, you saw it, you know, firsthand?
I mean, you can see guys practicing like each play to the whistle, even when plays get extended, like somebody breaks out the pocket and, you know, starts running down the sideline, guys still trying to block, guys still trying to finish. And I just think that's just testament to, you know, just remembering what happened last year.
You think you guys have that taste out of your mouth?
No, not at all. I don't think we had that taste out of our mouth at all. I mean, it still lingers. Joe still has the scar on his knee. I mean, I see it every day. Yeah, I wasn't even playing that game. So, I mean, it just something that in the back of our minds, like, all right, we can't allow this to, you know, occur again. You know, he's putting our trust in us. We got to have him, like, let him have his faith and have his confidence in this O-line unit.
Couple more.
I just wanted to follow up on something you said earlier. You said the offensive line has really bought into the Pollack way. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what exactly that entails?
Technique, for sure. Technique has to be to a T what Pollack wants. And if you don't do it, you know you didn't do it. You go into meetings like resenting when he's going to try to correct you. So you try to do everything correct the first time. I say you do it right, you do it light. You do it wrong, you do it long, and that's in drills and Indy and everything like that. And just the way that the offensive line unit moves, like throughout the building, on the field, outside of the building, guys coming together to be, you know, a unit that's like, you know, all together and not individuals. And that just translates to on the field. You got to play nasty. You got to play with an attitude. You got to have a certain swagger about you, and that just what comes along with it.